We then will find out what the sun's role is in our solar system, followed by the 8 planets. And let's not forget that we have one mystery planet, which is now identified as Pluto, which is our dwarf planet. We then will learn how planets orbit around the sun and how our recycle model helps us learn. Moving on to the next slide.
Hi guys, I'm Melissha and I am going to explain to you of what materials our model consists of. As you can see, we have our sun and that is made out of paper mache. We have our hangers that's holding up our planets. Here we have 2 plastic discs to hold up our solar system, and we have a plastic ring which represents the rings of Saturn. Moving on to the next slide.
Good day students, my name is Rene and I will be taking you through the sun. As you look at our model, you can see that the sun is the center of our solar system. The sun has a strong gravitational pull which allows the solar system and the planets to orbit into place. The sun is very, very hot because it contains of gases known as plasma, and it has a very strong gravitational pull, which depends on how close and far the planet is in the solar system. That is a very, very interesting fact, and we will move on to the next slide.
Moving on to the inner planets. The inner planets are very rocky planets, and our inner planets would be Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. They are the closest planets to the sun, which makes those planets the smallest planets that are closest to the sun. As you can see, our planets range from smallest to biggest.
So here we're talking about the outer planets. As we can see, the outer planets are much larger than the inner planets, as seen on the model. Mostly because they're made out of gas, and they're very cold because they are far away from the sun. They're further from the sun compared to our smaller planets.
Moving on to our next slide, you will see that we are talking about Pluto. And if you look at our model, you will notice that Pluto is further away from the rest of our solar system. That is because it is gradually moving further and further away. And the more it gets away from our solar system, the more smaller it gets, which is why it is known as a dwarf planet, which is very, very useful to learn about in grade 6. And as we go along, we will learn more and more about it.
So our planets orbit around the sun. As you can see in our model, each stick in our model shows the different orbit and path that each planet takes. So it orbits around the sun, meaning that if you have a whole big sun, you see your planet spinning around it, right? The inner planets obviously move faster than the outer planets when moving around the sun.
Our model helps learners to see the order of the planets clearly as seen in the model. It tells our planets apart using colors as seen below. Understanding that the sun is in the center, and we engage with hands-on visual tools as seen in the video. And remember that our planets are labeled as seen on the model, from our smaller planets moving up to our largest planet and our dwarf planet.
As you look at the model, you can see that we're going to talk about our strengths of the model. It has bright colors, which means it's engaging, because as you can see in our model, because of the fun colors, it is very easy to gain a student's attention, which makes the lesson more interactive and more engaging and fun to take part in. It is very easy to carry. If you look at our model, you can see it's portable and very easy to take to another class. Then you notice that the labels will help our younger learners. Each planet over here is specifically labeled under the correct planet. Then it is made from recyclable materials, as my groupmate Melissha already mentioned. She already mentioned how she made this model and how it is very eco-friendly and helps with the environment. And it shows all the plants clearly. We can notice plants clearly because as you can see it's in the line, making it much easier to learn and go through. And then it helps grade 6 learners visualize the solar system because our model is a perfect visualization of the solar system.
Looking at our model, we can see that our planets are arranged from furthest to the sun to the one that's most far away from the sun. And it is not up to the accurate size, right, in distance wise. Our orbits are not circular. It is a gravitational pull where the planet that is closest to the sun spins faster than the planet that is away from the sun. The planets cannot move automatically, as I said, there is gravitational pull, and the sun is smaller than it should be.
Moving on to our recap, which is the order of the planets. We have Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are the 4 planets that are the closest to the sun. And we have Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are the planets that are furthest away from the sun. We have to recognize Pluto, even though it's a dwarf planet, but it's on our solar system. A very intelligent way to remember our planets. When we are writing tests and examinations, we can have a visual of the model in our mind. Or something that my teacher has taught me in school is if you just take the first letters of every planet. So the M will stand for my, and we're going to go downwards. My very intelligent mother just served us nice pasta. So that's a fun way to just remember our planets in order when it comes to natural science.
Okay, to wrap up our lesson and video, we're going to come to the conclusion and do a quick recap session. The solar system has 8 planets. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 planets over here. And we have our mysterious dwarf planet, which we already discussed in our earlier lesson. And we have our sun, which plays the constant and the center of our entire solar system, which has a very important feature, which is called the gravitational pull, and it determines how the planets move or orbit around the solar system and the sun. The closer you are towards the sun, the faster you move around it. The further you are, the slower it moves. The outer planets are bigger and the inner planets are smaller, and we already discussed how the recyclable materials make it easier to explain the concept. So we're going to